So let's just finish up here. So the bottom lip comes down, then you want to make lines, you know, that really express which way the lip's going. And then overall, I'll just start working in values and make a couple lines. Once again, the brow's real defined. Make some, he's got dirt and stuff on his face. Then go back and really work your lines in. Back here it's really dark. He's got shadow on the nose. So just really work these features in. The back eye, it's in shadow more. And right now I'm just going to add all the shadow in for the value. And this tool is amazing. If you haven't used it, please try it. It's great for shading. Then under the lip there's going to be some shadow. Make sure the line comes up. There's going to be little highlights on the bottom lip. So overall, you know, you have the basic forms in. And just to make shadows, I like to go at the same angle very lightly, then go back with that tool. And he's got a bunch of shadows in the face here. And I'm just working in the shadows. And when it comes to value, you know, with the skin, there's many different ways you can do it, depending on the surface of the skin. And so just come in and make sure, though, what you want to do is make sure if you do make lines like this, don't crisscross them, because when you crisscross them, they look like chicken wire and they won't smooth out that good. So what I'm doing here is I'm just bringing it in, and I'm just following the whole, you know, the bone structure of the face. You have cheekbones, things like that. Now you can start to see it form. And the biggest thing, you know, when it comes to doing portraits, it's always, you know, proportions. And, you know, like I measured from here to here and then from there to there, and it was a little longer than the length of the nose. And, you know, measured from this length from here. And I just did it mentally. I didn't really have to mark. The more you do it, the more you get used to it. But then, you know, when it comes to the rest of it, it's just a matter of making notes. Like this height I measured, and it was a little shorter than this whole length. But then overall, you know, just make your shadows. Then I'm going to put a couple of those dirt marks and things, just to make it gritty. And then come back and, you know, make the lines, outlines, different lines a little darker. Then for the hair, his hair kind of fades in, so just very light lines. Well, let's get the ear first. The ear is very realistic, and so you just follow these little lines here. Make sure you give it lots of value on the inside. Real dark on the inside. So that's the ear. And so far, you know, it's kind of getting that likeness. I'm going to make the eyebrows a little bit darker. Try not to overwork things. And then just, like I said, it gets bushier at the end, so just draw that in. And overall, you know, I'm just following basic shading values. I'm not making too many lines, if you notice, on the face. I'm keeping the face, because there's many different ways you can draw. You know, you can have lines all hatch into shade, and this is just how I'm doing this one. Then for the hair, what I'd recommend doing is taking a dark lead pencil, here's 6B, and just before you even draw the hair, just come in and make it dark where we made the line. This will help. And then we'll go back and smooth it with the other pencil. Now I'm just going to do the outline with this. You know what's unbelievable? And that's another tip. With all my videos, I keep saying I try to offer tips because I want to really help you improve, your drawing skills. But another tip is, and this is kind of mind-blowing for me because even I'm still learning this. When I first started this drawing, I was honestly jumping up and down in a rage because I was like, oh my gosh, this looks horrible. And for some reason, it was just a matter of starting to work in the values and working, and now I'm surprised, it really does capture a likeness. But that's a huge tip. A lot of times this pencil is not working the best. A lot of times don't cut yourself short and assume right away something won't look good, or, keep working at it. The biggest key is to make sure you're headed in the right direction with the drawing, is always check the proportions, make sure something's not outrageously too big or too small, because you can fix other things like shading and stuff, but you can't really fix the proportions. I mean, you can fix it if you erase it, but it'll do a lot more damage. And then you can see I'm just coming back with this tool. But that's a huge tip, because I honestly, when the camera is off, I was cursing, I was jumping up and down, I was like, why does this look horrible? And then I realized, just take a deep breath and got back to it, and I was like, I just need to work it a little bit more. And so for the hair, I'm just going to make a few lines for the hair to really define it. And I love this mechanical pencil. I don't know what it is. It's amazing. Then just make the hair for the sideburns, and then, for hair, you want it to feather off. You don't want it. There's a bunch of different ways, but I'm really going to work the hair and try to make it look good. And his hair is short on the top, or short on the side, and then on the top it gets a lot thicker. So just work it in with these marks and just follow the flow of the head, the different angles of the head and stuff. And real quick before we finish the hair, he's got that, I guess I don't know if it's bandana. It's not really a bandana, but it's like that special thing. And it just wraps around him. Please tell me what it is in the comments, because I feel like an idiot. I don't know. And it just wraps it. I'm not going to worry about doing that. I'm not going to. That's what I like about drawing a lot of times. I like making one portion very realistic and then just outlining or sketching another part, and that's what I'm doing here. And you can just, that surface has these ridges, and just draw the ridges coming out, flowing with the cloth, the flow of the cloth, and just bring it down. That's what I do a lot with drawings. I love doing that, because it kind of gives it that effect that's a drawing, and then with it just come back and it's got a bunch of crisscross patterns, so just come back in and make that. I'm going to make it a little darker on the outside here. Now you can see I'm just darkening the lines. And then finally, just mark shadow under here, make a line. and just finish up these little lines. I'm just going to make a line under here for the shadow of the skin. And it's amazing, you know, what shadows really do. You know, you learn to look at values more than anything. I want to do one thing. I kind of, looking at it now, it looks, I'm just going to make the nose a little bigger. He's kind of got a little wider nose, so I'm just going to bring it out to here. Oh my gosh, dude. Holy cow, that completely changed the drawing. Something was bothering me. I was like, what could it be? And I realized the nose is just, you know, I made it a little bit too short. Width-wise, so I just went back and oh my gosh, that's a world of difference. Holy cow, that changes so much, man. Something was seriously bothering me. I was like, what the hell is bothering me? And so I went back, and then for the rest of the hair, I'm just going to make it quick. I got to hurry because the film's about to run out, but just spike up. His hair spikes up, so draw a bunch of lines spiking up. And right in the front here that it spikes up. I'm going to take the 8B and do it. Just, you always want to start when you're doing hair, usually at the point that it's going to start. Because they'll make different lines. Then just work it in. Real dark. It's got highlights on the top. But oh my gosh, the nose changes so much. Oh, I'm so happy I changed that nose. I was like, you remember how I said I was jumping up and down cursing? I got so pissed again when I got up to take a break. And I was like, what is it that is driving me nuts? And it was the freaking nose. Because the nose was kind of too. But overall, that's pretty much how you draw Piers. And I'm just adding a little highlight in the hair with this special eraser. And I made a couple little highlights. That's how you draw Piers. Fairly quick drawing. Resident Evil 6. And thanks everyone for checking out. And I hope you learned something. And if you haven't, please subscribe. And check it out. Any second these videos will pop up here. So check that out too. And thank you. Just real quickly, I fixed the hair. I made a little difference. I didn't like how the hair came out, so I just fixed it up. But overall, I did a little more touch-ups and lines, and so that's the finished one of Piers. And the videos will pop up here, and you'll see. Please check them out, the other videos, and thank you for checking it out.